Guys, how's everybody doing? Alright, so it's Friday afternoon. The water temperature is 70 degrees. It's 4 o'clock. We just got out here to the river and we put in down at Paramore and we drove up. I just came down this bank right here. There's a lot of brush, but I marked a lot of big fish down there. Now, I don't know what they are. I'm not that good at the fish finder yet, but there's something down there and they're pretty good size. The current just started making it down here. They started at 3 o'clock local. It's 5 o'clock local, but it's taking a long time to get all the way down here. So we're going to run big baits, skipjack, live bluegill, and maybe a cut bluegill. And we're going to target whatever these fish are. If we catch flatheads, we catch flatheads. If we catch big blues, we catch big blues. That's all we're out here is to catch some fish. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the bait cut up. I've already got everything set up back here, and I'll show you some of the size of the baits and stuff I'm using, so just hold with me for a second. So as far as live bluegills go, this is the smallest one I got. He's about probably 5 inches, so we're going to run him whole. What I am going to do is I'm just going to cut his tail just like that right there. So what he's going to do is he's going to sit down there and just kind of flap around. I'm going to run him one with the bead on it. And since there's going to be current, I'm going to hook him through the nose. So I'm going to come in through that bottom of the mouth. I'm going to come up where I get a good chunk of that hard tissue on there. So he just sits there like that. And as that current, it'll keep him cut out. Alright? So there's our live bluegill. Put him in the water so he does sit there and have to breathe. There's a chunk of cut bluegill, and then these are the size of chunks of skipjack I'm going to run. Now I know compared to some of the stuff that those guys up there at Willer Lake and all that stuff run, these ain't nothing. But I got to match the fish that are here. There is there was a 100-pound fish caught out of this river system, but they're not that not that. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? I feel like Joe Biden right now. Plentiful, there we go. So they're in here, so I'm going to kind of match the bait. What size of fish I expect to catch is the 20, maybe the 30-pound range fish. So that's what I want to try to match. And I got it smaller where I can still catch those 10, 15-pound fish so we can enjoy our time. Alright, I'm going to get the rest of these bait up and get them casted out, and then hopefully it don't take too long. Guys, it took a little bit longer than I thought it would. I've been here about 20 minutes and that was the first fish. Not really what we came here to look for, but if we wanted some sandwiches, it'd be a good sized sandwich. We came off the flagpole out in the main channel. Wasn't expecting that. This spot hasn't been real hot. I don't have a whole lot of bait with me, so I don't think I'm going to put this one back out just yet. I'm actually going to retie this line, my leader. So I don't know if you guys can see this right here, but there's a lot of fraying on there already, and if I don't want to take a chance of getting a big fish ain't popping out. I checked all my leaders before I cast it out. I don't know how I missed this one, so I'm gonna go back here and retie it and get ready for the next fish. I think we got about 18 minutes left before we go to the next spot, so I'm not going to recast this one out. Alright guys, he took it and put it down like he's supposed to. Definitely a better fish. He ain't a huge fish, but better fish. I'm going to have to get the pliers real quick. So I got this new camera. I hope it's showing everything. So guys, I just caught that last fish. I hadn't even got a chance to get the new leader on yet. And I shut the camera off and I looked back and he had it bent over. So I said I wasn't going to cast that pole back out. 2 fish in 2 minutes. We're going to rebait and cast back out and give this spot some more time. Because maybe, I marked a lot of fish. The current's just now getting here, so maybe they're just now getting turned on. So let's get this guy back in the water. There he goes. Can't beat it. Love it, guys. Love it. Alright, guys. The bite is definitely slow. I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to sit here about 15 more minutes. And then we're going to move. I think I may be a little bit deep. Right now I'm setting in 29 feet, but I'm casting down. There's a little hole right here. And around this hole, there's a bunch of brush back down there. I mean, I'm talking about a bunch of trees and stuff blown down, stacked up right here. I think this is a good spot. I think I need to come back here when the current is... Oh, there's my alarm, but I'm going to give it just a few more minutes. I think I need to come back here when the current is wide open, and definitely in the summertime, we're going to mark it. I marked fish down this bank. The issue is where I marked them at, I don't want to cast into there because I know whatever I cast in there, I'm going to lose everything. So I was hoping the scent trail with the current going downstream would have brought them up here. Now, it could have been big gar, could have been stripers, because they was up off of the bottom just a little bit. Suspended probably 10 feet off the bottom. But I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes. And I want to make a move. And I will see you guys at the next spot if we don't get anything else here. There he goes. He got it that time. It's just a matter of time. Another little 5 or 6 pounder. hooks in there, buddy. And they're hooked. There we go. Dang. Alright guys, so this fish came off the same pole the last fish came off of, okay? So what that's telling me is whenever I came up here, I told you guys there's this big brush pile right here, alright? And this is where the bank is, and it drops over into 30 feet. So whenever it drops over, it kind of goes back out in the main river channel, and it's a clean bottom, so it's just all sand or mud. So all those blues are hanging out over on that clean bottom, and I was hoping, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was secretly hoping to pick up a flathead out of here. Yeah, I think it's a little bit deep for a flathead. I think the flatheads are going to be a little bit shallower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reel these other 4 poles in, pull the drift sock up, and we're going to make a move. I'm not sure of what I'm going to do just yet, but what I will tell you is I think we're going to go a little bit shallower. Alright, so that hole was casting down into about 30 feet. I'm setting in about 26 feet. And it's about 25 feet over here, and about 25 feet over here, and then just go straight up. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these up, and I'm going to back around this ledge. I'm going to try to find a ledge where it comes up and it comes into a clean flat, okay? So I want to come out of the main river channel, make a ledge, but I don't want a lot of brush on it. And I'd like to find some type of hump in front of it. That way as the water comes over, it creates a current break and the fish just kind of sit there. Maybe as nighttime comes back, we'll come back and we'll target these brush piles a little bit more. So I'm going to get these poles reeled in, and then we'll get moved, and then I'll turn the camera back on, and I'll let you know what I decide to set up on. Alright, see you in a bit. Alright guys, so here's what I decided on. So back here in the back, there's a ledge. So coming right down through here, and about where that time that you hit that down tree right here, it spins out and comes around like this. So this little bottom right here is pretty clean, okay? Up here, we have this big underwater island right here. You can see right here that it's super shallow. You got the tree sticking out right there, and the boat is sitting in 23 feet of water. Now if I go back forward or up about 10 feet, it comes into about 17 foot of water. If I go right, it'll go up in about 5 foot of water. If I go over here to the right, it'll drop down into about 30 foot of water. So from here, I'm going to take that live bluegill and I'm going to run it, cast out up there against that tree, because there's not a whole lot of current, because there's all this current break right here. Oops, sorry guys. We're going to run that live bluegill over there, and then we're going to fan cast up here in the shallows and over into the deeps, and see what we come up with. What I may do though, I just let out the same amount of anchor rope I had up there. I may pull in a little bit of anchor rope up, so the boat's setting into about that 17 foot of water. So I'm casting about right in here in this 23 foot of water. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get these. I'm gonna let the boat settle in here. I gotta watch and make sure that it's gonna actually stay straight, because we're kind of in a little bit of an eddy here, and I want to make sure that the boat is going to hold true before I start casting my poles out. So we'll give it just a minute. Now that live bluegill that we was running a while ago was still alive, but I think we're probably going to end up cutting him up and putting a liver bluegill on and casting it back up over there, see if we can come up with any big flatheads. Alright, so it looks like the boat is going to hold pretty true. The current should be picking up here pretty soon. Alright, let's get these poles up. Oh man, I don't know what that was all about, guys. That's right, I'm not a professional, I'm an amateur. So I'm allowed to do stuff like that. Must have been a wrap or something. Let's try it again. There we go, much better. Alright guys, here we go. And start. 1 hour. It's counting down. Is that recording or did it shut off? Okay, it's recording. That's what I told you guys. What did I tell you I thought it was? I'm gonna have to cut my hook too. First fish on my new reel. Not really in his gut, but it's in there deep. Didn't quite swallow it. We'll see real quick if we can get it out. If not, then I'm just gonna cut the hook. Trying to rotate the hook over. Wish your mouth was a little bit bigger, bud. Get my hand down there. We're just gonna cut it, guys. Alright, so I chose to cut the hook with the chances of it just rotting out. It's not quite in his gut, but I don't want to sit there and mess with it and hurt him. So we're just going to let him go back so he can get bigger. Alright. I thought it was a little channel the whole time. I reeled on him like 2 or 3 times and never caught him. I just figured it was a small channel. I figured he sat there he'd eventually hook up. Well, he eventually hooked up, but it wasn't a small channel. What time is it? I've been here 30 minutes and that's the only fish. I said we'd give it an hour, so we still got this bait over here. Maybe where a big flathead will get him. It's a really slow spot, but like I said, I want to start giving each spot more time, and that's what I did. So we'll go ahead and we'll sit here the full hour, and then we'll move up to our next spot. And came across the river. There's a little feeder creek right here. It comes in. There's it's a pretty good ledge. It runs right down through here, and I'm sitting. The ledge is actually right here. I'm sitting on the downside of it. I'm going to cast a couple pulls up here on the ledge right there in the mouth, but most of it's going to be right down this main ledge here and more out to the channel. It's really clean. There's some brush piles up there, but it's really clean right here. The boat is sitting in 24 foot of water, and I'll be casting in 24 foot of water. About time, guys. Been here about 30 minutes. This is on another bluegill head. It feels like a pretty solid fish. I bet you it's a flathead. Staying down. There we go. We just need his grandpa's. Wait, let me fix my hat, because every time I watch these videos, my hats are messed up. We just need his grandpa come out and play. Look at this. He's only got one dorsal fin. Still healthy little dude. Bluegill. Bluegill head at that. Both flatheads tonight have came off the bluegill heads. Alright. Guys, the bugs are coming out and I forgot bug spray. It's been winter time. I've been fishing in the winter and I ain't needed it. And I took it out of the boat to go turkey hunting. Never put it back in the boat. It's gonna be a lesson that I paid dear for. Alright. So here for a little bit longer. And then we're gonna move. They definitely are not on fire tonight, guys. Maybe they are for somebody. Just not for me. Just gotta find out where they're on fire at. Well guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night. We fished all up and down the river. I think we caught 5 fish. You know, I was about due for a bad day of fishing. I ain't had one in a couple weeks. I mean, I've really been wearing them out. One day on Eufaula, I caught probably 60 in 3 hours. I left that day just because I was tired. Don't know really what happened today. You know, we've hit a little bit of everywhere. I think we caught 5 fish in about 5 hours. It's 9 o'clock right now. So a fish an hour. So I think I'm gonna go home and get to the house and maybe wake up in the morning and go fishing again in the morning. But anyhow, hey guys, we're not gonna catch anything if we don't try. I'm still gonna put this video up because this is fishing. You wanna watch a fishing video, this is fishing. If you wanna watch a catching video, then I don't know, there's some of them out there that do it. But in the words of Catfish Dave, this is a video. This is a fishing video. And there's a catfish in it, so it's a catfishing video. But anyhow guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon on the next one. Oh, I got me. Must have been trash. But anyhow guys, be safe on the water and tight lines. I'll see you on the next video.